If you ever felt like doing something when you had a bad day in your high school, you could listen to some music and that could definitely work. But what music would you want to pick so your mood could get better and do something? One music genre is that make you want to do something creative and really stress is hip hop. The term rap music, which is a performance wherein rhyming lyrics may perform with or without any musical instrument. Drums or electronic instruments are used while an MC performs spoken verses in a time to a beat or melody. Yet people believe that rap music and hip hop music may reconnect you to illegal activities and antisocial behavior. There are also some beliefs that which encourages negative talk about impact that hip-hop culture may have on young fans. Laurie A. Soki, Demand Media. Nothing less, despite many negative opinions, there are many people who believe and have shown that hip-hop can produce positive benefits. Some benefits of rap have been described many as a beautiful thing.
If you don't know my lifestyle, then you don't know what I've been through. You don't know the pain that I got. You don't know the love that I lost. Have my heart leave me, but let bygones be bygones.
Hip hop, there's different genres. There's different types of hip hop inside of the genre. So you have trap where people are misconceived with the drugs and all the bad things that come with it. But then you have kids that are trying to speak for the kids. They're trying to give them something that they can blast and they can just have fun to. It's there's negative hip hop, there's positive hip hop. I just don't want the whole thing to be frowned upon, because I feel there are good parts to it and it can benefit a lot of people if they just give it a try.
Forever lost when I spit it. Coughing, imagining pain with a feeling like you lost in the rhythm. Old cold love trying to last for you tripping. Remember long nights, not a night seem colder. Venturous and young like Map and Dora. But they really not helping us. With a rush, remember we broke up and I'm stupid like I fell, can't get over you. And it's been 5 months since I held on you. Distant memories like you stuck at 2. Hate from enemies trying to turn on you. Oh boy, I'm on point like the pen I use. My generation's so blunt, so I'm stuck on you.
Defined as arithmetically intonated poetry, where words and language are poetic. Studies have found listening to rap songs help teenagers comprehend language. Some lyrics are really supportive to teenagers' decisive judgment. Rap and hip-hop benefits of rap music to teenagers who are oppressed. Hip-hop can also be used as a motivational tool to inspire people. Hip-hop lyrical MCs could make a change of how you think or view the world. Hip-hop also use metaphors in their songs, especially when they are freestyling. MCs also use metaphors to connect you to different things to make you look forward to them. MCs like Nas, Tupac, Eminem, and Big Pun, also many more, all have metaphors in their different songs where it made you think. The lyrical content is not the only thing that motivates you, but the beats, samples, and scratching from the DJs can too. DJs like Marley Marr and Africa Bambaataa had some motivational mixes and samples. The interesting thing about hip-hop is that it does not have a specific color or gender. Therefore, it does not have room for discrimination. Instead, it shows us pleasures, relaxation to how it is used for many ways of creativity and masterpieces that can come together as a nation to break away from hate that has existed for many centuries. That is the irony thing about hip-hop. For example, back in the 90s, you didn't really see that many different ethnic cultures altogether. The spoken art form is just as important to the artist who is creating it as it important to fans who listen to it. According to Charles Howard, who wrote Give the Children Music, Inspiring Our Youth Through Hip-Hop. Today's youth are still inspired by hip-hops and culture. He wrote, hip-hop is a hat to the kids that do in the program, letting their voices be heard. They do this in various ways because they are inspired to think in doing so. They create lyrics which in turn they use to rap their own stories. This is just a creative way to form a song or speak their own poems over a microphone and freestyling over a microphone. Many therapists are using hip-hop as a form of music as a relaxation technique. Researchers have found that long and strong beats from hip-hop can stimulate the brain waves and causing them to resonate in sync with the beat. Slow tempos promote a calm and meditative state, while faster tempos promote excitement and viciousness. Personally, this is where hip-hop helps me out. When I'm stressed out about anything, the first thing you see me touch are my headphones. Then I go straight into the vibe I'm listening to hip-hop. On this note, I'm vibed up enough, I would start writing on my notepad or into my rap book. Hip hop could take you away into a whole new world while still having others around you there. So as a rapper, I use stress to make myself to listen to hip hop and then make beautiful lyrical artwork. Stress and hip hop can do a lot for me. While saying all this, the best raps come from when you're stressed out. It seems that it helps relax the brain and the body. It also inspires the mind to think more clearly.
Hip hop nowadays, our generation, you do have a lot of negative music, but it's a person's choice to listen to that negative music. If you actually have positive music coming out and it sounds good, it will change our whole generation. Like, think about it. Just slice that tea, and I mean what I be. I hate fake hustlers and real wannabes. You never knew my life, so don't try to judge me. They come me with a knife and say they still love me. Your lies are so critical, they make my vision visible. Pop pills to your head, and then your brain tripping too. Trying to get a look or two, I can see intentions too. Just by taking a look at you, I can see a loopy-loo. Why am I tripping?
Another art in hip-hop that can reduce stress is dancing. As to what Michelle H. Smith said, hip-hop dancing is a refreshing high-powered type of dance consisting of dance movements that will energize your body. She also said that hip-hop dancing is a type of dancing mainly focuses on freestyles while showing personally choreography. While hip-hop dancing, you're also exercising and losing stress. Hip-hop dances use the upper and lower body, so you would surely be tired and stress-free after doing this for about 30 minutes or so. Hip-hop has expanded throughout the world and changed it. It has now touched so many things positively. Hip-hop is one of the youngest genres in the popular form of music at nightclubs and clothing stores. It is also one of the youngest in the record outlets around the world. Hip-hop is positive and can be enjoyed by individuals from all generations. Additionally, there are forms of hip-hop which can be played for a young audience. Today, teachers are finding innovative ways to use hip-hop in school. Teachers use it when they want to explain certain subjects, and then they want to use it for something catchy so students can remember the topic or material discussed. For an example, math teachers use rhyming rhythm and repetition to explain with math formulas. Lamar Queen, rap teacher, uses hip-hop to teach kids in LA algebra. He said, math is a bad word in a lot of households, but if you put inner forms where kids enjoy it, they will learn. Therefore, hip-hop can make topics that are challenging and education easier to understand for students. According to hip-hop, can also use in schools to teach topics such as world history because it can build in corporate traditions which originated in ancient Africa. It can also draw traditions from other cultures and can be used to introduce other lessons. Teachers can examine and point out the history of hip-hop and what it represents for America. It is very critical for students to understand the conditions that made hip-hop possible and the history behind it. Students should be encouraged to learn about hip-hop activists who stand up and speak out on issues that relate to national and geopolitics, racism, and human rights, immigration, women's rights, and drug laws. Students should also learn about gifted males who are involved with hip-hop activism and can provide with opportunities for civic participation. An example of the civic participation involved the Rock the Vote campaigns during the last 3 presidential elections. A lot of people dislike mainstream hip-hop because now is a very negative views it gets from songs that talk about mostly drugs and sex. But you can't base a hip-hop off of that today's music.
I'm Darren, and I'm turning out for education.
I'm EJ, and I'm turning out for marriage equality.
My name is Lil Lena, and I'm turning out for reproductive rights.
To me, hip-hop is a way to release stress and to express how I feel about life.
Hip-hop has a section where some artists do not get that scouted for much. This section of hip-hop is called underground hip-hop. There are a very slim amount of new mainstream artists that I personally like in my genre of hip-hop. I had a lot to like when I was a kid because of mainstream wasn't that bad. But now as a teen, I mostly just listen to older or underground hip-hop because of the way mainstream is. In the article Deeper Than Rap, it says educators often view hip-hop as a negative influence in students' lives. As I said, it's because of today's mainstream hip-hop. Students believe that most educators don't know what is truly beneficial about hip-hop. A lot of youth will listen to the radio hit songs and make comments like, I swear he just spit the toughest bar on the song. He's the greatest I ever heard. I believe hip hop is a lifestyle and it is a spirit. As a Puerto Rican teen male, the spirit of hip hop is in me. I mean, hip hop started way back in the 70s in the South Bronx, New York, where I'm not even from or wasn't even born at the time. I'm still from the north though. There were blacks, Latinos in the streets or in apartments, rooms, creating something that is so inspiring. But just listening to so much older hip hop and some new gave me a spirit of hip hop. Hip hop can be used as a tool. This tool can be used in many different ways. Hip hop as a tool brings many different things to males and females who are like me that like hip hop. As an article Deeper Than Rap quoted, gifted males in general are attracted to hip hop because of the creativity, youthfulness, and sense of freedom associated with hip hop culture. The answers matches me so much. I believe I'm a gifted male towards hip hop because I am all that when I vibe to it, listen to it, and write to it. No other music could calm me down better than hip hop. They said over the past several years, hip hop culture and its relationship culture to key issues gifted education have received attention to the National Association for Children Convention. At last, hip hop is motivational, inspirational, educational, and relaxing. As a culture, hip hop is very diverse. Hip hop has expanded throughout the world and changed it. It has now touched so many positive things. It is one of the youngest generations. It is one of the youngest genres in popular form of music. Although hip hop doesn't have the traditional meaning as it once did, it's a voice for every race and culture ideas. In fact, many believe that it has become one big business which has lots to offer for all generations. While many think that hip hop is too negative, they have not listened to Christian hip hop. This offers no explicit lyrics at all, since it includes raps about God. The education and stress reliever behind hip hop is very strong. It backed up so many different people, not just rappers, but therapists and hip hop organizations. Hip hop should be a class in high school because it is very therapeutic for teens and it can change their lives.